All right, this is MobileGamerNerd, and we're back with another Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play mystery shard only run video. Today we're going to be talking about the evolution of Arena. Yes, the evolution. Yeah, and by evolution, I mean evolution. It means how your team is going to change in the arena over time from the beginning to where I am now, which is about 15 months into the game. And just so you know, there are more teams that you can use. All right. So it's not like this is going to be the only teams that you can get. It's not going to be the only teams that are winnable. I mean, there's plenty of heroes that I do not have or do not use that are very good in the arena, and you can use them. We'll talk about them today just because I have a few of them, but I can't use them. So that's just that. But we will discuss why they're good. And I mean, depends on what you mean by good. I hate them because I have to fight them every day, but for you, it's a good thing. All right, so let's look at some heroes. Let's go into the arena and just kind of start off and see where we would begin. So we're in gold 5, actually gold 4 right now because we had a reset and then I haven't played a little bit. So let's see if there's any teams in here that we can fight with the team that I'm going to be pulling out here. This one looks a little strong. Let's just refresh. All right, so let's find one. Here we go, 144. So this is a team that you would probably be fighting. So we're going to take these guys out. Now, in the beginning, you're going to have a starter. It could be any of them. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really matter which one we pick. Most people will have Kale, if I had to guess. But you know what? Just for the sake of this video, we'll do it with Galek. All right. So let's say you picked Galek. So Galek's going to be here. You can farm in the beginning Spirit Host. Why do we want her in the team? Well, one, because she has an attack up. All right, a 50% attack up when she's ascended. So it's a very good hero to have in early game arena, especially when you're trying to do a go first team that can nuke everybody. Because most people in the beginning of this game aren't going to know what's going on. They're probably going to be using legendaries that they don't understand how to use because they were given to them for free, and they think that that's the best way to go about it. It's not. All right, so these are the two heroes that everyone can get. I mean, Spirit Host is kind of a pain in the ass to farm. Apparently, she drops very rarely, but you can get her. Just farm stage 4, all right, and you're good. Then you're going to want to get this girl, War Maiden. Yes, War Maiden. She has a defense down. All right. Now, what that means is basically that she's going to do attack up. She's going to hit everyone and drop their defense by 60%. And you're going to have an attack boost of 50%. And then Galek comes in and smacks him in the face. All right. So that's the best option. And then you're going to need somebody who can speed up. Now, most people aren't going to have Apothecary right in the beginning of the game. So in this situation, we are going to take Diabolist. To be honest, I don't think my Diabolist is fast enough for this team to work correctly. But the idea is that Diablo should be the fastest person on your team. She speeds everybody up on the team, and then everybody else gets to get their turn first, and then they attack. So let's just see if it works. If it doesn't, who cares? We lose. All right, let's try it. And then we're going to see what happens when we start changing things up. All right. So they went first, but we still got our attack up and our defense down, which works out pretty well. This is a pretty tanky team. They are also very strong. We'll see how it goes. I'm not convinced. All right, so she did her speed up. Everyone's got speed, but everyone's provoked right now because this is a tough one. We didn't get to go first, which is where your problems in arena are probably going to stem from, just so you know. All right, so now we don't have a reviver on this team, which sucks. All right, so I don't think we're gonna win this one, unless all of a sudden War Maiden just starts getting crazy. Oh, we got a sleep going, so that's good. And also Vogoth likes to heal everybody when you hit him. So you're starting to see why this might be trouble. Now remember, we're also in gold 4. This is not probably a team you're going to be fighting early on, but I want you to see at least what it looks like. All right, so the thing about this fight is, can we fix it? All right, can we fix it with the current team? Well, let's find out. We're going to end it because we don't need to watch that. End battle. So now let's try to reconfigure this. Oops, let's go back in. Same team. This guy's going to think that we suck because we're going to just keep fighting him with bad teams. So one way we can possibly fix this, because the problem here was that we weren't fast enough. So what we would do is we would switch Spirit Host into the main slot. Now we have a 10% speed increase. All right. That's good. So now we can speed everybody up by 10%. Let's see if that's enough to do it. Is it enough for us to get the win? All right. It's not, because their Apothecary is extremely fast. But now the rest of my team is fast. So now she got her attack. So possibly we can avoid the provoke. Let's see what happens. Will he? Nope, we did not avoid it. No, we avoided that time. There we go. So now Galek is in the game. We removed all our debuffs because Spirit Host is awesome and she can remove debuffs. Now on auto, this is a bit of a rough fight because one, that guy's really beefy and kills everybody, and two, because excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm like going nuts right here. It's a rougher fight because we don't have our speed lead. So he's going first. All right. You're going to start to see that speed is going to be becoming the most important thing in these fights, and it's going to make you lose. All right. So now let's just say that we have Apothecary now. Let's pull her out because Apothecary is faster. Now, question is he faster than their Apothecary? Speed in my teams is not very good, just so we're clear. So if you really want to focus Arena, which I do not, speed is very important. I would probably just pick my other team for this because they would win. All right. So here we go. These are the other options. Now we've got an Apothecary. So we've got a speed up, we've got an attack up, we've got defense down. This guy's kind of a jerk, and they're still getting their speed turns, which sucks. If we could kill that guy, it would be nice. We are getting a provoke, so that means we're probably dead again. It's funny because this is the only hero that matters right here. This big guy that's doing all the damage, he's killing everybody. Now, if Colette could get his attacks in, there you go. He's getting healed back. We've got attack up. Problem is that we have the dude that heals everybody, and that guy's really strong. But this is the kind of stuff that you're going to deal with when you're in Arena. I mean, you're going to unfortunately have to deal with these types of fights. But just know that it gets easier, all right? It does get easier. I like showing the worst aspects of this game first. Now, the thing about Apothecary is he's really strong. He can heal. But the problem is if you leave this on auto, what's going to probably end up happening is the fight's going to last forever. That's just my guesstimate here. So you may have to take it off auto, but let's see if they can handle it. They probably can't. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it. We're going to do a defense down. And of course, Apothecary probably has insane. We're going to do this. It probably has insane resist. But this is why Apothecary is so awesome, by the way, is because you're watching it right now. Now, the problem here is that Apothecary also has a 3-hit that's random, which can be a problem. All right, we're going to heal up our girl. And he has a heal. All right, so now we're going to keep focusing Apothecary right now. Unfortunately, we're going to do speed up. No, yeah. We want to try and not hit Vogoth right now. Because honestly, if we want to kill this dude. But hitting Vogoth heals him, see? And then we got that. This could be one of those fights that just continues forever, which is annoying. But this is like what you're going to deal with like Death Knight and with other heroes that you're going to be fighting with. So that's why we're showing it, because that's what life is. All right, let's heal my girl, even though it's going to heal Apothecary. Yeah, this is going to be a non-win fight. So let's end this. I'm not going to sit here and play with this. Now, for me, specifically, this is the kind of team that's going to screw with you. Let's see if there's another one in here we can fight that's more reasonable. I doubt it. This is going to be all really hard fights, probably. Let's try this. I think we're going to lose this one, but let's try it anyway. We want a team that's actually going to follow the rules of speed. So yeah, there we go. So we've got our speed up. Who knows? We might lose this. I don't care. But see, now you've got your attack up, but now we've got some other stuff going on. So we do have things that, remember, this team does not have a very good revival situation. Like, there's no one in here that's reviving anyone. These guys have block revive. So now it's really up to Spirit Host and War Maiden to do the trick. But there you go. So that's how it would work when you're not up against a speed team. But this actually shows you what you should be looking for in your fights, all right? When you're looking for a team, if you see Apothecary or a speed hero that's going to speed their team up, more than likely it's because they have a fast team. All right, now we'll go in here. So that was a win against, say, 167 versus 231. All right, I showed you the worst case scenario a couple times and how you could try to fight it. But unfortunately, this team wasn't good enough. All right, but they were good enough to beat this team because they have no speed. See, no speed on any of these heroes. Angar's an HP hero. Blood Gorge is a jerk. Ardek he's just Ardek. He actually sucks in the arena. I mean, I don't think I've ever really been beaten by him in the arena. He's great for Spider and some excuse me, some PvE type stuff, but he sucks in the arena, at least from what I've seen. Unless somebody has a better, situation that they've seen, he dies very easily and does like 0 damage because he's based on I think more turns. So the more turns he gets, the more burns and stuff he can explode them. But you never get to that point because he dies before that. And then you've got what's her face, Syl, which honestly, if you have a full defense team and they're really high defense, and you've got shields and like block debuffs and all that other stuff, then still is good in the arena. Otherwise, I wouldn't use her. All right, so now let's go back to this team. All right, and let's see. This is just to show you where my team's at. We're gonna do it on auto and hope to see if, and hopefully we're fast enough. Let's see. Doop. As you can see, War Maiden is still in my team. So now we're gonna try it with this team, with my team, and see if they can handle this. But as you see, now we're faster. All right. Now in this situation, actually, I don't do auto because I want the whole team frozen. See? That's what I want. Now we want to kill somebody who's annoying. So this guy's a jerk and heals everybody. So we want to kill him. Then we're going to try and take down the guy who's actually doing some damage. All right. So we're going to do this. We're going to try to remove some debuffs, some buffs on them. We're going to go for this guy, try to kill him, and now we've got our big attack for him to freeze his dumb ass or kill him. See? And now we can just auto because he's a jerk. So this is just to show you that this team isn't really that powerful if you've got somebody who's faster. All right. They're actually a joke if you have somebody who's faster. See? Done. But also we're more powerful than this. So now say this team had, I don't know, say this team was like maybe 180, 160, and they had speeds that were upwards of 300. Yeah, this team would whoop my ass. Like even this team they'd beat me. So just know that speed is a big thing in the arena. It's honestly it's so stupid to be honest how crazy speed is. Like it doesn't matter how strong your heroes are, it doesn't matter almost anything. If you're not faster than the team you're fighting, you're probably going to lose, and that's just why the arena sucks in this game and why I just play it at my leisure. All right, so let's go on to let's see how this evolves now. So let's refresh, see if we get some new fights. Here we go. This is a fight that is possible to win, maybe. All right, so now we take this team out. All right. So now you're going to have, more than likely, this team is going to last you for a while. Other options. We can start bringing in this girl, Haikatune. She can be your speed lead. She has a 19% speed lead in the arena. And yeah, that's basically it. That's all she's good for. Same thing. The only problem with her is she doesn't have an attack up. And the other problem with her is she does not have a what is that? A heal. So that sucks too. So there's really no healing from her. There's nothing else. Literally, you're just getting speed out of her. So let's say you use her, and then we've got Kale. More than likely, War Maiden's still going to be in your team unless you have somebody better. Like Deacon is an option. I don't have him because I can't get him. Totem works, but you can farm War Maiden. There's really no reason to use Totem, especially because her defense down is 30%. But it is what it is. And then you're probably going to be at this point with Apothecary. You could use Diablo, but like I said, it's hard for me to really show it in these fights because she's not faster than my regular team because I don't use her anywhere else. So we haven't rebuilt her recently with higher speed. So I probably should do that eventually. So let's see how these guys handle this. Now we have a lot more speed now. We have 19% speed. And we do have defense down, which is good. There we go. But we do have a secondary speed up person. So that means we got two people speeding up our turn meter. And hopefully this Syl doesn't stun anybody. All right. So, and once again, this is a situation that I probably wouldn't be doing on auto because I can already see the things that they're doing wrong. I actually stopped doing auto fights in arena a while ago because they never use the right skills almost ever. You can set it up in AI, but the fights change every time, and who you're trying to kill always changes. So this is probably where you're going to be at, which is looking poorly. It's looking poor. Let's end this real quick. All right, let's go back in. So there we go. So now that's a team you could use, but we're not going to do that now. We're going to go back in, and this is why I recommend probably not using her, and why I am such a fan of Spirit Host. I love Spirit Host. Like, she is amazing. So now we're going to do that. We're going to take it off auto, and we're going to go in and try again. And you're going to need, to be honest, I would say you should build all of these heroes. Like, I don't think there's any one hero in here that I wouldn't build because you're going to need heroes that can handle these fights. And if you only have 4 heroes that you're using in the arena, then it's going to make it harder for you to win. All right. So there you go. Look at that. Look at the difference that just having that extra 100% attack, that extra 50% attack boost had. Boom. And then we smack. So there we go. Problem solved. And this is why I wouldn't switch in what's her face unless you have somebody else who does attack up. That's it. But I wouldn't switch in Mrs. Haikatune. I would keep this team literally for, I think I had it for 6 months. Like, that's how long this team will last. Now, after that team, the only change I think that we really made in this, wow, look at this. Wukong. He's actually a really good speed lead. So if you want him for your arena team, it does work. But yeah, that's a mythical team. Look at that. I kind of want to fight it. Let's see it. I want to see it. We're gonna lose. We'll do it with this team. Do we want to? No, we'll do it with my main team. We'll keep switching them in and out so you can see if they have it, if they have the ability. My team is not that fast. That's the problem, and I lose to these kinds of teams. So I normally wouldn't fight this team at all, literally at all. But what we could do is we can consider some different options here. Which no, I don't want to. I don't want to ruin it. We're going to keep my regular team. Let's try it. All right. So we're going to see how this works. This is my team. They're not going to be fast enough. I already know that. Oh, and we have actually they are fast enough, but now we've got this. Why would you put him in stone skin? He literally revives. All right, whatever. Probably because he kills the whole team. That's why he's going to have a one hit, so the rest of the team's useless. Basically, that's why they do that. So there we go. Now we're going to try and freeze everyone, but Wukong will kill my entire team. We want to kill somebody, maybe this mythical chick. Not like it matters because we're going to die anyway from Wukong. Oh, maybe not. All right, so now we're going to try and remove. We have nothing to really remove here, but okay, let's see. Wow, he doesn't have a lot of health. What's going on there? We're going to try and kill Wukong. Try and take him down a little bit. Take him down a notch. All right, we're going to steal his turn meter and freeze him, which is nice. Get some attack up. She's going to revive someone. So we're going to try and freeze her, maybe. We got her frozen. There we go. Now we can do a multi-attack on everyone. This is why Yakarl is so good. Killing Wukong first actually doesn't make sense. I forgot that he has the he has that revive crap, so it would take us more than 3 turns to kill her. So we're gonna try and take her down first. So she's frozen. Now we can do a defense down. Look at that. And now we're gonna kill stupid Syl, hopefully. There we go. She's dead. Now we can take out Wukong. Weaken's always good. And we're going to whack him with one nice little fat freeze hit, and now we won. So there we go. We actually did beat them, even with that stupid thing, and with their mythical hero. So there you go. And their 268,000 power. It's because they weren't fast enough. That's it. If this team was fast, I would have lost to that team within the first round. Also, they didn't build their Wukong good enough. He didn't have enough power. Most times I fight Wukong like this in a team that's this strong. Wukong's going to come in and just literally one-shot my entire team. So that does happen. If I get lucky, Arbiter would survive it because she has an unkillable, and then possibly revive the whole team, and then I can come back and win. But this was actually a surprise. I really didn't think I was going to win that fight, but I also thought I was going to beat that other team, and we lost. So, it is what it is. So this is my team that I use specifically for the arena. All right, now let's go into a newer fight. I just really wanted to fight them and see what it was about. All right, here's another thing about the arena. Quick thing: if you see Cardinal in it, don't fight these guys. Most people who do this, even if you see like a low level Cardinal, don't do it because more than likely what they did is they put that Cardinal in a stone skin, and then you have to, unless you can kill stone skin, then it's fine. But basically, you kill everybody, and then she revives them, and they have full turn meter, and then the whole team wipes you. So just know that that's a little trick. All right, let's refresh this and find some teams that are good enough for my lower end teams. This is definitely good enough. Here we go. What's this? Speed. All right, so they have speed leads. Here, this is 194. We can try this. All right, so let's go in and see. So now the evolution would be from where we just were with the Apothecary. So we start off with the Diabolist, but like I said, she's not fast enough. We move into Apothecary. He's the next one. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to try out we're going to use all of the starting heroes because we want to try them all out, right? Where is my girl? Here, we'll start with her now. We're going to put her in here. We're going to get my girl in here. And then we're going to get, who else do we have? Oh yeah, Apothecary. And then after this, we're going to switch to another hero, another team. So now this is just so you can see that they all work and that you can pretty much use any hero you want. We're going to do auto on this right now just because. I don't even know what skill she uses as auto. Oh, they stun my nuker, which is a problem. Now we're going to die. It's because I don't think she's faster than my other hero. That's why. I don't have her built specifically for anything. It's built specifically for anything specific. All right, so she's dead. So this is a waste. So let's just start again and battle. We're gonna bring in my other Elhain because that's really the evolution. I wanted to see if she was good enough, but she wasn't fast and she got stunned. So having high resist in here is good. We're gonna take her out. We're gonna put in Dark Elhain. So now this would be, you get her, 4 months in? So by this point, she's actually a pretty good replacement for Kale or for any of your nukers if you don't have anyone better. So she's a good nuke friend. We're going to see if she's fast enough. Let's see how this goes because obviously the other Elhain wasn't fast enough. She didn't get stunned this time, so that's good. See, she's a great nuker. if you don't die in that hit. So there you go. Hopefully we have enough power now to take it down. And there you go, Elhain. So that's why we have Dark Elhain. And I used Dark Elhain for probably about, I don't know. How long did I use Dark Elhain for? Honestly, she was in my team until I think I got either Yannicka, and even Yannicka didn't replace her because Dark Elhain has that the freezing properties, so she can actually counter Tormund, which is actually, I don't know if maybe we'll see one in here. Yeah, there's none in here right now. Let me see, refresh. This is a strong team. I don't want to do them. This team is possible. All right, so let me see if there's another one. I'd really like to fight this one to kind of see if what I want to show you guys is in here. All right, so there's nothing in here that looks appetizing, so to speak. All right, so we're going to go in here. So figure 4 months is what, 160 days, right? So we'll try. It doesn't really matter. So now in 160 days, you'll have her. Now, more than likely, you're going to use her for a little bit. It took me 200 days to get Arbiter. All right. So by this point, the next hero that we would change in this rotation is her, and we would bring in Arbiter. Now, why do we do that? Because Arbiter is fast as hell, and she has an attack up and a revive. All of these things are good. Now, this team has a speed lead. This is just going to be a 50-50 shot. It could be good. It could be bad. It just depends on the day. So let's just see what happens. I want to start moving ahead on the evolution. So they're not faster than us, so that's a good thing. So now we speed up. We got our attack up. So more than likely on auto, this could work. And then we do our defense down. Hopefully he doesn't kill everyone because he's a jerk. We want him dead because he's the one that's going to kill my whole team. And of course, we missed him. All right, so hopefully we can kill him. Nope. All right, we're going to use this, and that will hopefully kill those two, which it did. We wanted them dead. And now we're actually good for auto. We don't even care. She'll revive everyone. Attack up. And now everyone's back on business. Now, Death Knight can be a pain in the ass at this point in the game. Even with this team, you may not be able to kill him. I'm just letting you know. It's one of those things where this is something you're going to see in Arena a lot when you're starting. You're going to find Death Knights that are impossible to kill because you just can't do enough damage and you don't have a nuker that can do the things that you need them to do. See, he's going to constantly heal. Now, my team's a little bit stronger, so this situation isn't as dire as it would have been. It looks like they're doing the job. But, yeah, you might if your team is, like, in that lower stages where you're still kind of doing mid-game, getting into mid-game, yeah, I mean, for all I know, these guys might not even be able to win. We're going to find out. We're going to see it because every time you heal, he's going to heal. He has a shield. He has a fear, which is basically going to stop you guys from attacking, which will let him have more time to heal. And as you can see, it's really annoying. I honestly don't even think they're going to win. Like, I actually think that he is unkillable for this team, I think. Maybe. If they get lucky and get that defense down, it could work. Good. And a couple counterattacks, well-placed counterattacks might work. I mean, they have the masteries for it. I mean, it looks like if he can get a speed up, so annoying. Why would you do that? Oh, that's right, because she used the speed up for it. That's why. If we can get a weekend or something, that's the other problem is you have a lot of resistance. Tons of resistance. And we can't, because we're not able to remove his, we're not able to lower to do the weakness. We're not able to drop his turn meter or do anything else because he's just very resistant to everything. How fun is this? Like, who likes fighting Death Knight for 2 minutes straight? Who does? Who likes that? Anyone? Bueller? I'm just gonna let it go because I really want to see. I want this. I don't want to do what I'm gonna do after this. I kind of want to see if they can do it, just so you can see exactly how much time you're gonna waste in Arena and why I hate Arena so much. It's because this shouldn't happen. There should never be a team or one hero like this that can literally just make a fight go forever. All right, and that's basically what this is. Like, this is a stall tactic because this person has nothing better to do except put a Death Knight in here that just doesn't die. But they know that new people are going to have trouble with it, see? But luckily, this team worked. So now I'm going to show you how to get rid of that problem, all right? Because that's the problem. You don't want 5-minute fights in the arena. That's annoying. Let's see. All right, there's no more Death Knights. I really do want to fight this team, though. Yeah, we're going to fight this team. All right, so this is a bad idea, but we're going to do it anyway. So now we're going to take him out. All right, we're going to put in Yannicka. This is my main team. This is the evolution still. This is not the evolution from the main chain. This is just where I'm at now. All right, so we're going to bring this team in. Now, in this situation, This team may or may not be able to beat this team, depending on their builds. All right. Siffi's a pain in the ass. She's got counterattacks. He's a jerk, like you just saw. And this guy I don't care about. But what I do in this situation is we take her out. And this is where you're going to start to see that Soul Bomb Boyer becomes a valuable tool in Arena as an extra hero. You're not going to bring her in every single fight. All right. You are going to bring her in most fights that have Death Knight, which is every fight because that's the only thing people know how to do. So you're going to bring this team in. Now, we might lose this. I don't know. This is a tough fight. So I don't really know. This is a 50-50 shot. Really just depends. Yeah. So we've got Stone Skin on that chick. But it's only one turn. And by the way, it's really weird that they do this. They put Stone Skin on heroes that are fast. Like the whole point is to have Stone Skin on a hero that's slow so that you can't kill them while the other team does stuff. But hey, that's just me. All right, so here we go. We do attack up. All right, and now we're going to freeze everybody. That's the hopeful. So everyone's frozen. This dude's almost dead. Now we're going to try and kill Death Knight with Yannicka. All right, so boom. It didn't work. We come in. We do this. Drop them. Now she's going to revive. See, now we've got all this debuff stuff. Now Death Knight is very hard to kill. We're going to try and do it with this one. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll see. All right, it almost worked. It's enough. It worked enough where if it doesn't work on the second turn, oh, there we go. I forgot she's on. She's got the. So now we've got Death Knight back. All right. Like I said, this is a tough one. All right, so we're gonna hopefully revive, but we're gonna get hit with that, which is perfect because we can heal now, and we can use that. This is a tough team. I told you, it's not gonna be easy. All right, we're gonna try. These guys have the debuffs on them. He does not. So I forgot. I don't have the thing. All right, so we don't have anyone that can heal. So we're gonna try and kill Death Knight in one shot now. Almost did it. Almost got her. That's why we wanted that, all right? Because we can take Death Knight down in one hit when he's not covered in all those buffs, which you do in the first round. So now we want to kill Siffy, to be honest. I don't know. This is a tough one. I feel like she's going to be more defensive. Yeah, she's going to be a lot more defensive. All right. We're going to get counterattacked by both of these people. And then she's dead. All right. She lost her thing. So now it's basically up to these two. We're going to try and reduce the turn meter. She can revive everyone. So I think we're going to really try to kill her first. I really didn't think we were even going to get this close, to be honest. I thought we were dead in the first round of this fight, but I really wanted to try it. So now if we can freeze these two, that works, which we did, but she removed it, of course, because jerks. That's why. All right, so we're going to try and kill Siffy right now. Oh, so close. That would have been it. If that was a death, see, I didn't think so. Like I said, these guys are tough. But as you can see, Soulbond's really good at trying to kill that chick. So let's refresh. Let's find another one that's really annoying. I want to find a really good Death Knight. We want a Death Knight. We want a Death Knight. Arena's a lot of fun, isn't it? See, like this team, this is probably a jerk team. No, let's fight them. Let's just so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's put in there. Let's see if this is one of those teams. Stone Skin. Yep. See, this is every single time. It's like a joke at this point. It's a joke to me. Let's see if she's strong enough. Her HP, see, and now they all have their turn meter. Unfortunately for this team, they're not really strong. So it doesn't really matter, and we can break through her Stone Skin. So this is a different story because they're like 79k power, so it's a joke. But yeah, when you see them a little bit higher, that team would have won. But this is the tricks that people like to do, is they get Stone Skin for their Cardinal. All right, so let's just go in here and get back to our regularly scheduled program. So now we have her. And then, like I said, 200 days for me. If I can get it in 200 days, then you should be able to do it too. So we've got Arbiter at this point. And then really, at this point, you might even still have your speeder. Now, this is where you get to have a choice. Now, in the beginning, I didn't have him. Sorry, he was faster than her. So she was at like 220 and he was at 250. So what I would do a lot of times is when I saw a speed lead, I would bring him in to speed her up, to speed them up, to kill them. And that worked. All right, so that's an option in these kinds of fights. Now, this guy's defensive. This guy can revive a bunch of people and do block damage. There's a lot of annoying stuff in here. So what we'll do is we will try to take her out and bring back in Soulbond. All right, so we're going to try this. We're not going to do auto. Auto doesn't really work with Soulbond unless you set the AI. It's a little annoying. We're going to get poisoned right at the beginning of the fight. So now we're going to do a speed up. We're going to do attack up. And then hopefully this nuke will kill at least a couple of these people. All right, so killed the one that mattered. Now we want him dead because he's the one that's a pain in the ass. So we're going to do the the ignore defense attack, which didn't do anything because it's the wrong affinity, so that sucks. Hopefully we can get it down with what's her face down here. She's Soul Bond's really good for Death Knight, and what's the other one? Death Knight, Deliana. There's a couple of them. All right, we can do that. Heal. Who do we want to heal? We want to keep her alive because she's going to do some stuff. So now we're going to try and kill. Let's just take her out because he's not as big of a threat as the other ones. See, we got the weaken on him, so that's good. We're going to do some speed up. All right. See if we can get his turn meter away. I doubt it. Oh, we did. We actually killed him too. Look at that. I guess maybe he had like one of those one hit kind of block things. So there you go. There's that. She's really good at just taking out heroes. And funny enough, mine's not even built that well. All right, let's heal her. I should have actually healed him. There we go. Smackdown. Done. So this is a team that does work against heroes that are a little bit more beefy. But you can still use War Maiden. She's just not as good as at like one-shotting teams or heroes. See, here's this one. This is Deliana. Let's start this just so you can see Deliana. This is when it works. So we do this. We do attack up. And we're not going to do our main attack. We're just going to doink. See, this is where problems come in. So now what we want to do is maybe we'll do this one first because we can take a turn meter away, get another whack at her, and then one-shot her. But I really want to one-shot her. Let's just see. I don't think we can, but let's find out. Almost. So close. Look at that. She didn't crit. And that's how you take care of Deliana. All right. So this works for Death Knight. It works for Deliana. It works for a whole bunch of heroes. All right. So just know, and my Soul Bond is not very strong, just so we're clear. Like, I think she's like 30-something K power. She's not crazy strong. She's not like the best built one. You could easily get her crit damage up. And we'll show a couple of these heroes in a little bit because my teams aren't that great. Let's put it that way. They don't work all the time. I die plenty of times as you're watching. That's why I do videos like this, so you can actually see the evolution. Now, I do fight these fights because we're trying to get... Oh, I don't have any refills. I do fight these fights. But what the hell just happened there? These single team fights all the time because you want to get those medals, and these are easy to win. All right, we're just going to do that. These are easy to win fights, so you would just go in and even just auto them and say, screw it. I don't remember what her AI does on the auto Soul Bond. I think she's going to go for the single targets. See, there you go, dead. So she's good against like those kinds of things. When you see those single fights, and you're like, I want to beat them, but they have like a Siphi or a Rector. Like those are the heroes that suck, and that's where she's going to come in really handy is for that. So just know building Soul Bond Boyer is an amazing idea. If you're going to really build her specifically for the arena, you're going to want to put her into an ignore defense set for the 25% because then she will ignore 100%. Right now, my Soul Bond only has the 75, maybe I think an extra 10 in there somewhere, but that's it. She's not at 100%. You could easily ignore 100% of someone's defense, which will make her do more damage, which is obviously better. And then you can get her crit damage up to like 250, 300, and she will basically one-shot any hero in the game. That's just how good she is. So yeah, use her, build her. I am eventually going to be building her specifically for this more than likely, but right now she does what she's supposed to do, where she's supposed to do it. All right, so now let's just do one more refresh, get us down to 4,700, right? Let's just see. Look at this, 116K. So at this point in the evolution of our builds, more than likely you're going to be using this setup, taking her out, and putting in her. Now, the other option is you can take him out if you're fast. If you have a really good fast Arbiter, then you don't need Apothecary. He's good for healing, and that's a good thing. So sometimes if you just want to outlast somebody, Apothecary is your better option. But what you can do is you can bring in Soul Bond or even another nuker. That's another option too. I think at this point in the game, we had gotten Yannicka. Now, the reason I use Yannicka is because there's a lot of heroes in this game that are going to be different affinities, and having one of each affinity is a very good viable option unless you have a lot of crowd control, in which case it doesn't really matter if you have affinities matching so much. You can pretty much win against most teams, which is what I do with Yakarl when we bring him in. So we do use her because she's good at killing Death Knight as well. She's not as good as Soul Bond, to be honest. I wish she was, but she's not. So we're going to start this out. Now, the problem here is that on auto, things are going to happen. So we just take it off auto. We're not surprised that Stone Skin's here. It's very obvious that this person just wants to troll. So we're just going to sit here and A1 our way, let him do his thing, let him have fun. There you go, whatever, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't really matter if he kills anyone. We can revive him. So it doesn't really matter. Just smack your way to death. Ba, 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 ba. Done. All right. So now he's going to provoke, which is fine. So now we want to do some stuff. Actually, he still has Stone Skin. That was a counter attack. I thought it was an actual attack. I knew he was going to kill her. That's why I was like, let's just not even worth it. All right. So we revive. Now we do attack up. He still has full health, so healing doesn't matter. And you want to do defense down because if you put it on auto, she's going to use this secondary skill first. You want defense down. It didn't work because he's high resist, obviously. Now we're going to use this. She was provoked, so unfortunately, it's not going to show the first hit doing that ton of damage. She has I think is it a mastery, I believe? I think it's the mastery where the first hit does insanely more damage. So she wasted that already. It sucks, but whatever. So you can one-shot Death Knight if you build her really strong. This Death Knight's not even that strong. So here we go. This main hit. See? Dead. So there we go. Problem solved. I've seen that hit do about 130,000 damage sometimes. So it's a really good hit. But Yannicka would be your next person on the list. We're just going to go in here so you can see it. I don't think we're fighting this team. So yeah, this would be your next evolution is basically if you're getting Yannicka first. If you don't get Yannicka first and you go for your Carl first, which I think at this point is your better option. Now that I've played for long, I can see that your Carl has way more value than Yannicka, but I still use both of them in my arena because my arena team currently is this one. So now this is what I use, and I still use Soul Bond to take down annoying heroes. All right, that's still very important. This is a high resist team. They have Wukong, they have block damage. There's a whole bunch of crap in here that could go wrong, but this is where I moved once I got the free heroes for my arena team. So let's try this out. Let's see if we win. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. It's not like you're gonna have. There's no perfect solution here. It's just sometimes you just have to die. It's just that's life. So now this is why I don't do it on auto. You want defense down, and you want to freeze everybody except Mithril because she's probably not going to freeze. See, she's not frozen. So now we are going to try and kill. I know he's the wrong. Actually, we're going to try and kill Mithrala. So we're going to take her down a little bit because we can kill her with this attack. See, boom, done. And if just being faster was all I needed to make that work. If they were faster than me, they would have had all kinds of buffs from Mithrala. They would have had a block damage buff here. He would have gotten revived over and over again. And I don't even know what this fat guy does, but I'm sure it wasn't good. And yeah, we would have lost. But because we were faster, we won. All right, there you go. So that's the team that I use personally for Arena to get me through. And that is now what year 15 months that we're in. So 15 months, that's the team we're using. This is a team I would avoid at all costs. It's just all defense and revival and things like that. Don't even waste your time. If you're really looking to beat them because you just want to try it out, I've done that before. I'll go in and just fight random teams just to see if I can win. But yeah, I mean, this is just an irritating team. I wouldn't even waste my time with it. Don't even bother. This team right here is doable, I think. So we can do that. I try to find teams that have no speed. That's really what I look for. And then sometimes you're just going to have those stone skin teams that come in and the whole team is stone skin and then they have a bunch of debuffs and then yada, 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 you lose. So as long as you're not getting upset, I get visibly frustrated just because I'm annoyed with the fights, like because there's no reason for these fights to be as annoying as they are. But unfortunately, it's the nature of the arena in almost every game. I can't blame Raid Shadow Legends for having a garbage arena. It's every game eventually. There's too many heroes. There's too many things to counter. So you basically just pick something and hope that you win. Boop, boop, boop. There you go. So we won that one. Nice. Now these teams, if you're faster, you can win against them. My Arbiter is now 252 speed, which we'll go look at now. So you should be pushing up to almost 300 on your Arbiter if you want to be pushing into Platinum, I would assume. I'm not trying to get to Platinum. I don't care. I'm fine where I am. So if I get to Platinum, great. If I don't, I don't care. I'm playing the game. But if you're trying to get there, yeah, you're going to be having to push speeds of probably about 3 to 350 at least, I would assume, just to compete against those teams. Unless they have different, I can't imagine anyone who doesn't have a super fast team or a super slow go second team with like a bunch of debuffs and stuff. I don't know. I can't imagine them having less than 300 speed on a hero on those teams, unless you're, like I said, unless you're a go second team. So let's see. Champions. All right, we've got Cleo. We're not going to use her. So Yannicka, we're just having a kind of a mishmash of stuff. Her total stats are up here. You can I'm just going to throw them up so you can see. Stats on these heroes aren't that great. She's got, what is that, 170 speed. We'll focus on the main ones. She's got a 79 crit rate, which is trash. We want to get it up a little higher, but she's got 211 crit damage, which is not terrible. You can get it up to like 250, 280, 300. Arena teams are a little bit different. I mean, you're really going to have to focus on specific stats and not so much like this is fine for what I do with her in like faction wars and stuff. She wins. I mean, we beat that faction with her, so it's fine for that. But yeah, in arena, you're going to have to start focusing heroes a little bit more and building them a little bit differently. Mastery, same thing. Some heroes are a little bit different than others. We wanted, I don't know why we did accuracy on her. Oh yeah, because we wanted that leech. It's mainly for other content, not for arena. Honestly, I would put her in defense for arena because that leech doesn't help you like at all. Like I don't think it helps at all in arena. It might. There's going to be like one fight where you win off a leech, but it's not worth the leech. I would just go more defensive encounter. So that's fine. But that's what I have her for because I use her in other stuff. Skills all maxed, and we have her in the Soul Reap because that is really one of the best skills ever. I love it. Just kills things. All right. Who else we got here? Still no. Carl we use. He doesn't even have a blessing yet. He's mostly accuracy type stuff. Masteries, he is accuracy because we need his freezes to go off, and we need him to make sure that he is getting that turn meter drop. Very important. His total stats right here. He actually has a 216. He's got also same thing, 78% crit rate. We want to get that up. His speed is 219, so he's reasonable. Your damage dealer doesn't need to be as fast as your speeder. He just needs to be close. And now my speeder is at what? Was she at 252? So yeah, we can easily add some speed to him now and start pushing him forward to make sure that we can get his turn in. It's very important. Who else are we using here? We got El Hain. Once again, just a mishmash of stuff, damage type gear, nothing crazy here. Phantom Touch Blessing. We've got Masteries. She's more defensive. She was the first hero I really built specifically for the arena. So she is set up with Helm Smasher and Drop Defense. So yeah, this is actually probably a normal build that you would probably do to do the arena. So there you go. Do more a traditional nuker build on her. It's probably your best bet. And then we've got, actually, we didn't look at her stats, did we? We did not look at her stats. Here we go, stats. Status. So she's got 217% crit damage, 73% crit rate, once again, crappy crit rates. And then, yeah, 4,000 attack. She's got a blessing on her for 400 extra attack, which is nice. Does some fun damage. So getting her to 2-star is actually, getting any of your nukers to 2-star is a good idea. Well, getting any hero to 2-star is a good idea. How's that? Here we go. We got Haikatoon. You can use her. Skills, all max. She's just chain breaker. She's more accuracy because you want to make sure that she lands her turn meter reductions and speed downs. That's kind of cool. She is not built anywhere near. She's on my clan boss team now, so we got her speed up. So we're building her a little bit differently, but she's got 217 speed. She should be in that 250 to 300 range if you're using her as your main. I'm not using her as my main for arena. I never have. And that's just me. But you can if you want to use her. But I don't use her for that. That's why she's not built the way my other heroes are. But she should still have a lot of speed. That's trash speed for her. And Apothecary. He is in all speed stuff, basically. That's it. He uses Carapace Blessing, Masteries, all down to War Master, not War Master, down to Giant Slayer, and then he has some healing properties and things like that. You could put him in a counter, where he heals when somebody heals. All that crap is good for the arena because he's just a jerk and will keep healing himself, like you saw in that one fight, and that's fine. Artifacts, here we go. His total stats are. He's got a lot of defense, almost 4,000. He's got 265 speed. You can build crit rate on him. It helps, I would assume, in a situation like one we were just in where we couldn't kill them. So having crit rate wouldn't be bad. It also makes your heals crit, which is nice, but I haven't. His resist is 220, which is why he's at least resisting some of the time. He doesn't need accuracy. So really, he's just speed, defense, and resist. That's your main thing. And if you can get crit into the mix, then do it. If not, not the end of the world. He works just fine. Skills, all maxed on War Maiden. She has accuracy stuff also because we want her to land that drop defense. Her accuracy is actually really low. We're going to be fixing it by putting a banner on her. I built her early on and I never changed her. So yeah, that's just what happened. As you can see, she has a defense banner right now. I could easily add a accuracy banner. I just haven't yet. So let's see what her stats are. They're trash. Probably, right? She's got 3,200 attack, 85 crit rate, 114 crit damage, and she has, look at that accuracy, 143. Garbage. So we would put the accuracy banner on her. That would throw her up to 200, and then she'd probably land her defenses more. So that's probably what we're going to end up doing. I forgot there was a reason why I put her in defense. It was for one of the dungeons, I believe. But hey, it is what it is. Let's see who else is in here. Kale. I mean, Kale's basically Kale. There's not much to really talk about here. You just build him like a normal nuker. He's got a bunch of other stuff, but he does other stuff. So he's kind of a mixed bag. He's a little bit rough to build because it depends on where you want to use him mostly. I think in the beginning, using a traditional build is easier. This is where I'm at now. I kind of have him in an offense with accuracy build so he can land his stuns. If you're going to use him in Clan Boss, you may want to consider doing, I mean, not stuns, his poisons. And if you want, you might want to consider putting him in defensive and counters and all that stuff for Clan Boss. That's an option. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Or you could put him in Helm Smasher and use him as a nuker. Anything works for you. I have him in more of an all round build. So I did have him more. Yeah, he's still all around. Even back then, he was all around. He was a campaign farmer. He was Clan Boss. He was Arena. He was everything. His total stats right now are also garbage. See, his accuracy is 217. I don't remember if we actually switched out his banner yet. So we've got 178 crit damage. This is my first. This is my first nukers. So once I got my new nukers, like Yakarl and all them, I stopped focusing on these heroes to build them, which is why this is how I started basically. Like 178 crit damage is where my Kale was when I switched him out. I haven't changed him since I switched him out of the arena, I don't think. So he's basically the same he was. So this is the stats that I was dealing with in the beginning. So don't think that, every hero is going to be like 200 and something and 200 and, 65 speed. The only thing that changed on him was his speed. I believe I had 160 something at one point. So we got him up to 188. But yeah, that's about it. He's not even that fast. All right. And I think that was it. Oh, yeah. Spirit Host is the other ones. So we've got her in a shield set bolster because it's awesome for her. If you don't have that, shield's just fine. And if you've watched my other videos, you know why we do that. But here you go. You've got Phantom Touch, and she's got a speed lead. Very nice. Masteries, all through support and offense. Very nice here. Her stats, she's more attack-based and HP-based. So she's got 40,000 HP, 3,200 attack, which is weird on a support hero, right? Her defense is very low, 189. 1849. Her speed is 244, and that's important. That's it. That's all that's important. Resistance could be good. We have her at 194, but speed, defense, and attack. That's really her thing. Sorry, speed, HP, and attack. Those are her main things because she can heal herself up with her attacks, and she has a bolster set on, so she heals herself from that too. Passively, yeah, awesome hero. She doesn't die unless you really want her to. And then the other guys are basically built like Kale. I don't need to go too crazy into them. So we've got Galek at 40,000 power, El Haynes at 40,000 power, Soulbon also in Lifesteal. We got her some Phantom Touch. She's got her mastery set up with War Master. If you're going to bring in the arena, you could put this on, say, as for 25% of the target's defense. And there you go. You now don't even need the gear. You can just take care of her. And we have 100% drop of defense, which is very nice. Or you can do the gear set. Either one works, whatever you want to try. But she needs accuracy to get off. Look at this, 29,000 power. Disgustingly low comparative. I haven't changed her because she still works. It's crazy. Like, I know I can make her better. I just haven't changed her because she works exactly how she is, even at this crap power. There we go. Boom. So here we go. 62 crit rate. Horrible. And 173 crit damage. So yeah, we can easily do better. Her accuracy is at 200 and her attack is 4,000. So yeah, we could easily get her to like a 4 or 5,000 attack power and get her above the speed, get her to like 200 speed, get her crit rate up to like 90 to 100, and then get her crit damage up to 200. She would be insane. So I want you to really look at these stats right now and go and see how she was performing in the arena with these horrible stats. She was working and killing a lot of heroes almost at this point. I was fighting some higher end heroes, but almost killing them in one shot. Look at that Deliana, literally down to like a sliver of HP. So fun stuff. She's awesome. Build her. See, and this is the skill that matters. All right, attacks one enemy, has an additional 25% chance of inflicting a critical hit. Will ignore 75% of the target's defense. There you go. Boom. Win-win situation. All right. So that's most of the heroes. I think there's other heroes in here you can use. Just some honorary mentions. Hyria could be used. She's got an ally attack, so if you got heroes that have great A1s, you're in luck. We've got Totem, who can do drop defense, but I would never use her specifically. It's just if you just happen to have her built for some reason over War Maiden, maybe you fed War Maiden, I don't know, who knows. Other than that, there's not many other people in here I would probably bring in there. Drex is okay if you're up against a team that you're trying to stop in their tracks. You could bring him and Yakarl if you're that far into the game. Those two work really well together as far as provoking. Same thing with Visix. All three of these together, it's a lot of provoking, a lot of stopping heroes from doing what they're supposed to be doing. Cleo could be used as a nuker if you built her that way. I'm still building her right now as we speak, but yeah, she's really strong. The hexes are nice. So if you use it, I think she's better in conjunction with another hero who has a hex mechanic, but that's just me. I don't think she's terrible, and I definitely think you can use her in the arena if you really want to. Yeah, so that's basically it. That's all my heroes for the arena and my evolution of arena fights and how my team has evolved over the time. If you guys have any questions or things you want to talk about, feel free to leave a comment below. I'm always excited to hear from you guys. We'll get some combos going about how trash my speeds are and how bad my crit rate is. But I mean, you can yell all you want, guys, but I mean, I'm getting wins at least. I mean, I'm a 75% win rate, but that's because I make videos where I fight teams I shouldn't. I mean, today I think actually all my losses are from today because I don't do that. I don't fight fights that I don't need to, and I also don't bring lower end teams in to fight. But now I do because there you go. Every single loss today, you can add that into my losses because I usually win. So I think I usually run about a 90% win rate. So it is what it is. But we have 2 level 10 golds, and we're going for this one so that we can get our quests moving along. And yeah, we're doing well. I'm not upset with my arena bonuses or my haul. I think it looks okay right now, other than the fact that I did attack early. And yes, I know you shouldn't do it. We've talked about it before, so let's just get over it. Yeah, crit damage, resist, accuracy. Those are your winners. All right. So, as always, like, share, subscribe. You can help the channel grow. I like to see you guys join into the fun and get into the community. And if, yeah, that's about it for today. This is the arena, the evolution of arena. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd. And you guys take care.